Hey folks, this is going to be exciting. Me and Thaddeus Brown here, who, if you remember from OG Smoking Tire, is our friend, cameraman, car inspiration for doing weird things, researcher of strange things on the internet, and Dubai expert.
Yeah.
He's in LA for a couple weeks hanging out, and so we have the new 2021 Land Rover Defender 110 XSE P400. Okay, you know what that means? So 110 means the 110-inch wheelbase, aka the 5-door, as opposed to the 3-door, right? The P400 means it has a 3-liter inline 6 turbocharged and electric supercharged 48-volt mild hybrid. Yeah,
that sounds good.
Right. I forgot. It's 400 horsepower. Basically, that's what it means.
That's fine.
400. It's actually 400 pounds of torque and 390 something horsepower. I'm a little off on that number. Sorry. It's not important. It's plenty, and I'll tell you why. 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, and the quarter mile in 14.2 in a 5,000-pound off-road vehicle.
That's like fast as a Mustang from
exactly
early 2000.
Exactly. So the 90 is the 3-door, right? So you can get all different kinds of configurations and packages and really make these things your own.
Yeah.
The XSE that we have is $87,000 as I built it. Hold up, because I messed up, guys. Land Rover accidentally didn't send me a window sticker for this car. I tried to build it online and ended up way off because I thought it was an X model, the luxury version with a much higher MSRP. Turns out it's just a P400 SE with a few select options added for better off-road capability. That puts this truck at an actual sale price of just $72,000. Keep that in mind for the rest of this video. And depending on what kind of accessories and stuff you want, you could crack 100 real easy. There's like stuff for camping, racks, dogs, first aid boxes, refrigerators, like 8 different kinds of wheels. I mean, there's like all different kinds of stuff you can get.
It's the Corvette catalog for Land Rover people.
There's a lot of Land Rover accessories you can get. So quoting a price on this is hard. I built the ideal 3-door that I might want to get my wife last night. That was $55,000, and it was within $500 of the ideal 3-door Bronco that I would build my wife. So interesting, right? Now, Defender, this is obviously a new car.
Yes.
Other than the name and a few styling inspirations, it has nothing to do with the old Defender at all.
Not one bit.
And that is a very good thing, because the old Defender was terrible, and I don't care what anyone says to try and convince me otherwise.
Correct.
I have driven Defenders. I have ridden in Defenders. I whacked through the bush in South Africa for 5 days in a Defender. I've seen what they can do, and I do not care, because you can do the same thing without being in a complete flaming shitbox the entire time. It's 2021, people. We don't need to drive tractors anymore to prove anything.
No.
The new Defender is dope. If you want to see how it drives on the road, we're going to make a separate video about that very thing, because I know a lot of you guys will probably want to buy a Defender but not really go off-road. But for those of you who would like to see what it can do off-road, we're going to go up the Rower Flats Pioneer Trail, where I've taken many, many vehicles. So this one's got air suspension.
Right.
We're going to go. We're just going to put this thing...
Any expectations ahead of time?
I've been up this trail in a bunch of different things. I do not think it will be hard for the Defender.
Awesome.
I've been up here in a Velar, a Land Cruiser, a G-Wagon, a Gladiator, a Grand Cherokee.
Okay.
I suspect that this off-road prepared Defender will be just fine. We have the Terrain Response 2, which comes with the top tier. We're going to go from the Comfort program. I don't know if we should do rock. I think we're going to do rock crawl. I think rock crawl is what we want, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe not yet.
Oh, put us in low range for...
First I have to do low range. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so select neutral, low range. Check. Low range selected. Now, Terrain Response 2.
No, we're going up.
We're going up. It's not... I'm going to start with... See, this is the...
Grass, gravel.
So the problem with this is, what does California dirt and rock trail? Grass, gravel, snow, mud ruts, or rock crawl?
I think rock crawl would mean slow.
Right?
I
Well, let's
think
just
so.
start with
I
low
think
range
Just
comfort mode.
Send it.
We've got the 8-speed transmission here, accompanied with air suspension. So we've got 11.5 inches of ground clearance.
Really?
And, yeah.
That's pretty
It's pretty good. Pretty good. And we've got 34 inches of wading depth for the water. And that's without the extra, like, optional snorkel.
Okay, question.
Yes.
Who actually wades through things in your $90,000 vehicle?
I mean, somebody.
Somebody. Very less
I would.
than...
If we had things to wade through, I would wade through them.
Well,
I'm not scared of no water.
I'm scared of water. I'm scared of water and mud for off-roading adventure problems. Like, those are guaranteed.
They could be problems, that's right.
Yeah, like mud, if you get stuck, you are now wet and cold.
Right. I have no qualms at all about how this truck is going to do on this trail. So far, extremely easy. I haven't even had to touch the brake. I can drive with 1 foot,
Right.
because we're in low range, right? So tons of engine braking.
Oh.
I've got a little gauge on the left side of my digital dash here showing me what the shocks are doing, how they're compressing.
Nice. I like that.
Right here,
This is the
where
crux.
things start to get gnarly.
Oh, we're
they
definitely going to pinstripe the car.
They throw you... Oh, yeah, we are, but that's okay. I told them what we were doing. This is where things start to get just a wee bit gnarled. And we're going to go straight up. Yeah. The Mercedes G550 last month did this trail shockingly well.
Okay, that leads me into a good question. What is our litmus test of doing? That's really fucking steep.
This is really steep. Yeah,
Holy
it's
shit.
really, really steep.
Should I not swear a lot anymore?
No, it's
That's
okay.
fine?
No, it's fine.
Wow, that's really steep, dude. No way.
Habibi, look at this.
Oh,
Bro, this is a... Wow.
that.
I mean, even by my standards, which are pretty high at this point for off-roading, that was easy.
Yeah.
Really,
all right,
really
so, all right, so the litmus test of performance, the G-Wagon performed the best across the board on this, I believe.
I mean, I don't know how to define best.
Easiest.
It might have gone up at the fastest, to be honest with you.
Less fuckery.
Yeah, it was easy. It was
Okay.
really easy.
Yeah, so...
Although right now, this is doing it even better. Now, this has an optional off-roading tire on it right now.
Okay, these aren't 22s on the G-Wagon?
They're 20s, and the G-Wagon that I brought out had the smallest wheels available, which were 20s. You can get 18s on a Defender,
That'd be-
Steelies.
Yeah. Oh,
if
yeah.
you really wanted to do off-roading, Steelies is what's up.
Bash them into things.
But that
really-
steep section
that was really
was
steep.
dumb easy. Yeah, right?
Alright.
Impressive.
Yeah, that steep section seems more difficult than this bit here.
So, like, let me ask, like, I think there's two kinds of people that like to go off-road. There's people that are like, look at the things I can get up, and if you can't get up as many things as I can get up,
Yeah.
you suck. And there's other people that are like, wow, I'm out here in this beautiful place that I wouldn't be able to see at all if I was stuck on pavement. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I am definitely in the second group. Even when we were making All Cars Go to Heaven, even when we're doing this kind of stuff, and I am testing a vehicle, I'm just kind of like, I'm happy to be taken out into the wilderness in something. And to me, unlike sports cars, where feedback is the most important thing, here, to me, confidence in where I can go without having to think too much about it is important. What about you?
I am on the same page because you want to be able to go, okay, yeah, pick your line here and not have to have a million spotters and go through gnarly stuff. You can just
Right.
go, we're going to go up this.
Like, now that we've got 8-speed automatic gearboxes, like, we don't need a manual anymore because
No,
the
why would
autos
you?
have more gears than the
And
manuals.
it's much better.
Look at this. We're just having a conversation about something completely unrelated while I randomly point this thing up a line,
I know, it's a really
and it is
impressive.
easy.
Really impressive.
Easy.
Granted,
So easy.
all the off-roading I've done the past year plus has been in a sand dune.
Right.
So this seems like super extreme to me in my guts right now. Like, it looks gnarly.
No, this is good. I mean, it is gnarly. I think this vehicle makes this trail look easier than it is. Like, you can get up this in a variety of things, but
At a different pace.
dude, do you know how little I've adjusted my throttle inputs? How little I have, like, just a completely unrelated conversation we could have right now if we wanted to.
No, it's doing really well.
And
I'm super impressed.
Speaking of which, let's have an unrelated conversation. When they dropped this thing off at the shop yesterday, and I just started, before I even drove it, and started poking around it. Can't see anything, no idea where I'm going. And just started poking around it. Oh, they do have cameras, yeah.
All right,
Can we pull up cameras? Here, cameras. Boom. Off-road cameras. Off-road. Yeah.
Is that our nose?
Yeah, that's our nose cam, and then that's our side.
Wheel.
We've got a nose cam, and we've got a wheel cam showing where our wheel placement is
Right,
on both left and right
That'll
side.
be good for up there.
That'll be great. So when they dropped this thing off, before I even drove it, just sitting in it, the space, the shelf on the dash
That's nice.
is so great. I mean, there's space down here for like a whole purse. And look, I have, because of coronavirus, I carry a man purse now. So my man purse is actually down here. Here's my man purse.
Or it's a
It fits
concealed weapon
all the
and
way
you can't
down
tell
here.
people.
And my notebook. And you've got wireless charging here. And 2 cup holders. You can store things all the way behind the screen. There's USB ports all over this
Everywhere.
thing. There's a USB port on this dash shelf. There's 4
lighter.
here, 4 back here. I mean, they're everywhere. Like I would really like this as like a film crew vehicle. You could charge like 9 GoPros at a time.
Yeah.
There's a 110
Big
volt
one.
in the trunk too. That's an option. I forget which package it comes with, but between the storage, the comfort,
That's spacious.
like you could. Thaddeus is 6'5", and I am 6'3", and I can sit behind either of our seats in the back seat like comfortably.
Yeah, I have a huge amount of knee room
It's
at the
great,
moment. I'm
yeah.
in full business class flight seating area.
Oh yeah, look at this.
This
I'm
is
gonna go.
fucking gnarly.
I'm
I
gonna
would
pick
go to
this.
the
I'm gonna
right,
pick
yeah.
this angle. We'd probably break it there. But look at this,
It's just fucking...
dude. So
Yeah,
buttery
up on this way.
easy. This may be the most effortless off-roading vehicle I think I've ever
Well,
driven.
we were talking about it before we got in the car or started the cameras. Is like, do we do anything for this? Like some people air down and like
Nothing.
change.
Should I set it for rock crawling?
I think this seems rock.
I think
crawling.
we're on rock crawling now. Rock crawl program selected. Okay, go.
Yeah, especially when we hit it.
Now I'll just start driving up harder things, I guess, right?
Yeah,
I haven't felt us bottom out on anything yet either.
no, like with 12
Oh,
inches.
this might be
that
sketchy.
might
Did I
be
pick the wrong line?
No, I think this is the one little bit, and then just kind of keep it that way.
Oh, we're good. May that be the only time I go.
Surely it would beep at you if you're doing something wrong, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, like it would, like you're approaching an incline thing, or
God, this truck rules.
dude, it's doing a really good job.
Oh, and it's really comfortable and really practical and
it's
really
actually
nice.
Really fucking pretty.
It feels
steep.
like it feels well made. Like the materials are what I want high quality utility materials to be made out of.
Yeah.
It's like not, there's some plastic, but it's nice. There's some metal, there's some leather, some leatherette, some cloth. Like it's a good mixture of materials, and it feels a higher level of utilitarian. It's not like a Wrangler. It's much nicer than a Wrangler. I haven't seen a production Bronco yet, but I gotta believe that this is going to be a nicer.
It has to be for
to touch
for $30,000 more.
That's true.
That's like you.
Oh,
can,
here we go. Here's going to be an angle.
yeah.
Whoop.
Oh, dude, nothing.
I'm just going to start
Nothing.
picking the harder lines. So far,
Easy.
I feel like we are actually going up this
G-Wagon pace?
quicker than the G-Wagon. I think we're going to be a quicker pace than G-Wagon on this thing.
But I guess the test of what is good is how easy and confident you can off-road in.
You know, I really like that these technologies have made off-roading like so easy. I don't view it in the same way that I view. I mean, I do like a great traction control system. You know what I mean? I like a system in a supercar that allows you to put a car through a corner properly, even with the systems on, you
and
know,
won't die,
and it won't kill power or do
Yeah.
anything like that. Like, I really like that, but like, you know, you don't want a car to perform so well that it becomes numb, right?
Yeah.
But on off-roading, like, I don't really give a shit if it's numb. If it goes where I point it and it gets up the thing and it doesn't kill the power and it doesn't make me feel like it can't do it, then yeah, just give me the tech.
Yeah, I like the tech for this. Because there's...
Should I just go straight up this face? Or go to the right side of it?
Slightly go to the
I think
right.
I'm going to go straight up the face.
Okay, straight up the face.
Rock face! Look at the sky!
That's insane.
That rules!
This thing's great.
That rules.
Okay. Yeah, this seems to be like super easy to drive and just place anywhere.
It's really, really easy. I mean,
I guess that's the not feedback is the thing. It's like placement. Be able to have good placement.
and I think
while
you
driving.
can. I mean, look, with this kind of equipment, I think it's weird. I don't know what it's like to because you can get a Defender without terrain response, without air suspension, with less powerful, and you know you can get one that is
The stripper.
that has not a lot of these really fancy off-road techs in it. I think it'd be interesting to try. And obviously, we know what happens to air suspension after 5 or 6 years, right? So that is clearly a point against. But if you want to talk about capability.
But I think the upgrade path on the base model 90 with coil suspension, that you could put on like awesome stuff. Like how more advanced can you get if you're stuck with air suspension?
I don't want to. Why would you want to modify this?
Because people do,
If you can get up a trail like this easily,
dude.
I don't see what you could possibly ask for that wouldn't
ruin
compromise it on the
Yeah.
street, because we haven't really talked about this much, but this is a very nice street car.
Oh yeah,
It really
Very
is.
good.
Like, I wouldn't be mad at you if you bought a Defender just to drive on the street. That would be okay. Like, it's at least as nice to drive on the street as LR3.
Yes.
At least as nice.
For sure.
It's at least as nice to drive on the street as Velar. Like, it's actually quite a lovely thing. Not that it's like a handling superstar, but like, we have to drive home on the street. And that will be fine.
yeah, and it's pretty beefy and spacious compared to the previous version. Oh, you're just dropping in.
Just straight drop it in.
Yeah, it's like it's comfy. It reminds me of almost like Tahoe type interior space.
And
But
there's
less.
a lot of interior space. It's not too wide. And I thought it looked a little weird when they first launched it, but for some reason, this one to me looks all of a sudden totally normal. It doesn't look weird anymore. Maybe I'm used to it now.
The back, no, I was thinking of the Discovery. Never mind. With the asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical tailgates. Yeah,
no.
that's a fail. Asymmetrical tailgates are a fail.
What was the?
It's doing a really good job, by the way. Sorry to interrupt. Of picking a good gear. Like, I haven't had to do any kind of manual gear selection, and whether I'm going uphill or downhill, it's really figuring that out on its own. And it's also done a really good job of numbing the throttle a little bit, because in low range, it could be very
bouncy.
sensitive and bucky, and they've done a really nice job of numbing it out so that I can apply throttle without it being too weird. Like, I think I probably could make it up that, but I don't know where it goes. Is actually the problem.
No,
if we're trying to go that way,
let's just keep going that way.
Yeah, we're trying to get that way. There's a couple more challenging sections, but just based on the time on that GoPro right there, we are definitely getting up this quicker than G-Wagon. And I'm not trying to do that. It's just easy to maintain this pace up this trail. And I hope people do understand that this is a really challenging trail if you're in a stock vehicle.
Yeah, I could see this being difficult for a Wrangler or something, just because of the amount of inputs you'd have to do.
Like, we were when we were up here with the G-Wagon a couple weeks ago, someone came up with a new Ranger that had been modified with like lift kit and stuff, and by the time we got almost to the top of they had about a 25-minute head start on us, and we had caught them by the time they got to the top of the trail. Now, granted, G-Wagon's $150,000, all right?
Yeah.
But still, that's the difference in capability. What do you think? Straight?
Yeah,
Just straight up.
Let's go straight.
The right side is definitely the easiest way the left side might be high centering. I can really, I've
Now
pretty
it's
much
doing
got it
stuff.
like almost floored right now, and the computers are doing a good job of sorting out where that power needs to go,
awesome.
and it just went straight
That is
up that.
awesome. Oh,
I mean, I'm not sure, like,
and it's like locking and unlocking diffs on here.
it's doing it on its own.
Yeah.
See that? Oh, look, it just
It opened the
unlocked.
rear.
It just opened the rear. So in that section there, it had
All
locked
right,
the
I'll
rear.
try to call it out on.
Okay,
on
you
this
call
one.
it out on this guy. I'm gonna go
All right,
up
so,
the center, which is
We have
probably
an
the,
open rear at
and-
the moment,
and a
it
locked
locks with
center.
the center. Locked rear now. I imagine it'll stay locked for the majority of this climb. Okay, still locked. Everything's locked. Dude, this thing's a mountain goat, bro. And I guess we can talk about it now. We filmed the hot weather testing.
wow,
of
this thing just G'd up that hill. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, open rear, locked center. Yeah, so we filmed the off-road, the hot weather testing of this thing in Dubai in the sand dunes in actual hot weather. It was like June or July, and this thing rips in the sand dunes too.
Yeah?
But it was all like camoed, and I didn't get to see the interior until then. But it was awesome, man. It would like fly through the dunes over fast whoops, and then just like straight up a pretty steep dune.
This thing is-
This thing's awesome.
It's so easy. I mean, it's hard. Like I can't unknow things, right? Like I'm not the best off-roader in the world, but
Yeah.
at this point, I have a reasonable amount of experience off-roading factory vehicles. So I can't say for sure that you could come here with no experience and get up this trail, but I'm pretty sure you could come here with not very much experience and get up this trail just fine
I think
in this truck.
you could do this with no experience. With a guide, with someone like you sitting here going left, right,
Yeah,
no problem.
yeah. I think maybe,
problem. Should have brought Hannah.
yeah. Hannah, maybe we should try that. Oh, that looks like too deep of a hole to go on.
I think
We're gonna go right side. It's gonna be harder. But
Oh, yeah, that's
but
significantly
that
more.
hole right there was big.
no, that's a problem. I really don't feel like digging ourselves out today.
We don't even have a shovel. We didn't get the Land Rover accessory shovel.
We got two hands though.
God, this truck. This is a steep hill, man.
Yeah, I'd go left.
You don't think?
I think it would do it, no problem.
What do you think's over the center of this?
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh,
Flat
no,
stuff.
it's fine. We're not
Yeah,
gonna high
you're
center.
good.
Go. This truck rocks.
And isn't there like an unhigh center mode too, where it drops another inch?
Oh, maybe where it like lifts you off.
Yeah. I think I read something like
Is
that.
that this truck? The middle looks the hardest. Let's go up the middle.
Okay.
This looks challenging.
That
Oh,
looks-
yeah, that's nasty.
That's fucking super loose. The hole right there is the one I'm
Yeah,
worried
no, here we
about.
go. We need to challenge this thing.
Okay.
We're car testers, that is.
Christ
Oh my god.
almighty.
Holy shit.
God. Over that, for sure. Got
That was
it. That,
high
that's-
centered finally. No, we're off. We're off.
Wow.
Oh my god, that was so gnarly.
Oh, fuck.
That was oh!
That's the gnarly
That
one.
was like two-wheel motion right there. Oh man. But still, like, I mean, come on. Come on,
Christ.
truck.
Wow. Oh my god.
Wow. I don't think I've ever been up that side before.
Yeah. That would not make it in most.
The Velar wouldn't do that.
No.
No, the
Holy
Velar wouldn't do
shit.
that. Wow, that rocked.
That's gnarly.
Mud splash.
Okay. Get out.
Yeah. Had to do the mud splash.
Oh,
That's a big hole. Sorry. Mud splash too.
Gee, that was
Woo!
super impressive.
We had some real angle happening.
I can't
there.
wait to see when that's all sky.
Wow, we really had some lean going there, didn't we? Oh man. Now we're all right. This is a hard section.
All right, now you may have to place some things.
No. Now we're gonna go like a glove.
Drop that in. That comes up that way.
We're gonna hug the left, and then we're gonna cross over in the center here to the right. Actually, no, we're gonna stay left.
Fuck me, this thing's cruising through
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I mean, It's really, really impressive. This thing is just
Dude,
ripping up this hill.
It definitely felt like it was out of center of gravity.
Oh yeah. We had to put her back down there. It's okay.
Yeah. That's wild.
This was awesome. Dude, this truck is a beast.
I'm super impressed.
Yeah, this thing
I'm
rocks.
super impressed.
We're getting close to the top of the hill. There's only one more hard section.
Dude.
That was amazing.
Okay, maybe somebody with no skill wouldn't make it through that part, but they would make.
No, but they wouldn't try that.
No.
There's another way up that you could get up the trail without having to do that. We got confident and we wanted to push. That was an actual pushing of the limit.
Well, I think next time you get like a medium-sized SUV like this again, you should take Hannah and stick her up this so you can solve that no skill. Is it easier to drive a $150,000 G-Wagon or I guess how much are Jeeps now?
A $10,000 Jeep? Oh man, she'd
that-
have a tough time with that.
I bet
Here we go.
nail this in a Jeep in the G-Wagon. Easy.
No, in the G-Wagon, yeah.
Yeah.
No, someone who has no experience is not getting up this in a $10,000 Jeep without breaking something or having
That's a
to
big
dig or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
There you go.
Really big hole. Yes! 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 Yes!
There you go.
Yes! Yes! For 3/4 of the second, I thought we were going to have to reverse out of that.
I thought
but
so,
I
too.
applied more throttle, America style, and the truck went forward out of the hole. Yes!
When in doubt, gas it out.
Fuck yeah, dude. This thing's a
That thing
beast.
is awesome. All right, so when can we go to Africa in one of these things?
So much better than an old Defender.
Oh, way better. Why even bother?
It's worthy. I mean, the thing is, like, but also, it's important to think about, does the fact that it is no longer simple make it somehow less of a good Defender? Like, is
No.
the fact that we have an electric supercharger, a turbocharger, a hybrid system, all the fancy schmancy shit, does that make it now it's not like something you could fix in the bush? Does that matter? Or is that just what progress looks like?
I think most people now wouldn't have the ability to fix in the bush on an old one. Anyway, I feel like if we were to go to the bush and old Defenders were in the same amount of trouble.
You and I, yeah, but not like people who know things.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh, fuck,
I thought that was the end. Yeah, well, there's only one little steep section left, and then we're at the top of the hill. Mud.
Your boys are gonna love you.
Dude, this thing is sweet.
No, this is great.
Wait, I washed the window.
I think
I washed the window. Spray. There we go. Oh, sprayers on the wipers. I
Nice.
like that. That's very classy. That's good because when you have the sprayer attached to the wiper, it doesn't like blast the person behind you.
sometimes you want that. I think capable and reliable are the key components of.
That looks like an invitation to High Center.
I think as long as the vehicle works and is functional, like why would you not want to have a lot more USB things rather than like a third-party, unreliable wiring harness type of thing and like all this other shit into your 1992 Defender.
Oh, I meant the powertrain more so than the USB ports, but your point is taken. Factory functionality,
Modern
assuming
factory, yeah, way
assuming
better.
it works, adds functionality. It doesn't take it away. If that's your point, I think that's your point.
And think of all the tuner companies that you've driven, like who actually had really nice electronics integration with their stuff. Anybody?
Very few.
Other than like Jonathan Ward and Singer,
Very
maybe.
few.
Like,
All those are very simple cars.
yeah.
I mean, simple in terms of electronics. By the way, we are arrived.
Nice.
We are at
Easy fucking.
We are
Easy
at
job.
this bush up here is the top on
Nice.
the left. That's the
burning
holy
bush.
the holy bush of you haven't broken your press car.
I heard if it catches fire, it releases DMT.
Oh. Oh. Wow, what's the time read on that GoPro?
I cannot read it because I have polarized glasses.
29:57, and we started 26 minutes up the hill. That's definitely a record. That's 1,000% a record
Really?
for me. 100%. I think that
Check
beats.
the tape.
I'm pretty sure, and I don't have evidence on me, but I'm pretty sure that beats the G-Wagon by
10 minutes?
7-8 minutes, easy.
That was
awesome.
really impressive.
Yeah. What don't we like about this thing? There's no scroll knob for the
audio,
XM
for the music,
stations.
but that's a
that
personal
stinks.
problem.
And was that it? Is there anything else? And if you start getting all this stuff, you know,
It's
you might
expensive.
not picture the Defender as being a $90,000 or $100,000 truck, but it could get there.
Yeah.
So how you spec your personal one is important.
Question is, though, do you wait a year
Yes.
and see what the Bronco does?
Well, you don't pay markup. You don't pay over.
No.
Do not pay over for one of these.
I think people
This
pay
is
over.
limited by as many as they can make and sell. If you pay over to be the first one to have one in your town, you're an idiot.
And Jaguar Land Rover are known to selling lots of vehicles.
Right. As many as they can,
Yeah.
many as they can make and sell. But
No, this is awesome. Oh, and look,
Awesome
and it has
truck.
like giant sunroof and all
yeah,
that shit. too.
panoramic sunroof. It's
Yeah.
got features. It's totally beautiful daily driver that is incredibly capable.
And that can be a fridge.
You can even get a fridge in here, which rules. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Land Rover for letting us have a go. It
great.
got delayed for a couple reasons that had nothing to do with us. Go check out our on-road video, which we're going to make once we drop in on the other side there. And follow us, the Smoking Tire Podcast, Brown 1 on Instagram. And yeah, that's our show. Bye.
Cool.
And remember, always fight your tickets. Use code TST10 on the Off the Record app available in the Android and iOS store, or go to offtherecord.com/TST.